Hi guys, Pete here, Rusty Rex, otherwise known as Happy. Got the tattoo to show off my sunny disposition. What's wrong? Do you not see the smile upon my face? After the last video I was a bit disheartened. Things didn't quite work out with the monoshock as you saw. So I had to think about it, and there was a guy called Ned that I contacted on Marketplace. He had a CB450T frame, which, not the ideal thing. I really want a CB400 frame, but it'll do for now. So I bought off him, and I fitted everything to that frame. Which then meant going back to twin shocks, which is a disappointment because I'd like the monoshock, but it's just another part of the build. The other frame is set there. I can't afford a proper monoshock for it at the moment. I need the last shock. Probably won't be up to the task, but I was hoping. I even tried one of these. Hold the swing arm up because I've got a spare one laying around. It didn't work. They're just not strong enough. It's because the angle over here, you got a lot more pressure than you have here. So yeah, so now we have twin shocks again. One of them things. So at least the bike's back on two wheels again. Now I can roll it around and do all the things that I wanted to do, which is why I wanted to fit the shock on there temporarily, the monoshock, so that I could roll it around and do stuff. Because to get to the other side of the bike was getting to be a pain, moving it around was being a pain, so one of them things. But yeah, we're back on two wheels. Might not be as I wanted, but we're back on two wheels again. Right, that lens kept wandering around. I bought some carbs on eBay. Yeah, they weren't looking the best. They still don't look great, but they'll do the job. They still need work. So when I got these carbs, as I say, they weren't great. They were painted black. Most of it chipped off, thank God. So I got a wire brush and a Dremel and just went over them. And then I proceeded to strip them apart, clean up other parts, painted the brackets. As you can see, they're nice and gold. All the linkages, replaced all the bolts with cap head bolts. Seems to be a theme on this bike, including the float bowls, because if ever you've tried to get the float bowls off these, they are a nightmare to get off once carbs roll. But at least with an Allen key you can get in there and you can undo them. So also replace these ones with cap head bolts, so we now have carbs. Even the screws holding the plate for the cables on are cap head bolts, so very good thing to have. I've replaced a few bits on the bike with cap head bolts. Just one of them things. I thought it was a good idea, because as soon as the engine's got them, and it means I have to carry a set of Allen keys. Wow. Set of Allen keys, a couple of spanners and a screwdriver. That's fine. Got to replace the horn. I've fixed up the electrics, I've sorted those out. We now have indicators and things. Indicators are another thing. The indicators, I was going to mount them here, but they're both different heights. So, problem with that is, I don't know if you can see the heights, but they wouldn't have worked. So I got some universal mirror mounts off of eBay, bolt them onto the bars, bought the indicators, and then realised that the universal mirror mounts have an M10 fine thread in them. The indicators had an M8 hole, so what I did was got some helicoils, M8 helicoils, fit them into the mirror brackets, and then used a cap head bolt through the indicator into the bracket, and it worked, which is good. So we got those both sides. Yeah, nice little indicators. I did wire up the electrics. There is a wiring diagram to show I did that, because every time you link up the warning bulb for the indicators with LEDs, it seems that acts as a bridge, which then makes both indicators flash, which is a pain, and they don't flash at the right speed. So some resistor packs, all wired into the warning bulb. The indicators now work. Rear one's temporarily bolted on. Just down there you can see them, little silver things there. That's the rear indicators for now. They are going to be moved. So let's show you this wiring diagram. Nice, simple. Okay guys, so here's the wiring diagram. Right, you've basically got same on both sides. This side's a blue wire, that side's an orange wire. Your resistors basically fit in between your earth and got your indicator. My indicator's got black and red wires on, so I'm in black and red, and the live wire go up and basically connect in between your orange wire and your indicator. Then you take the warning light and you link it to the positive on either side. Once you do that, you'll find that your indicators work. Yeah, it's just one of them things. Blue wire and the green wire go up, same thing, into the resistor, go up into the indicator, from the live to the positive on that side, from the negative on that side into the positive on that side. Then your indicators work. Then what you get, let's switch ignition on, is you get speedo lighting up, but you get the indicators flashing correctly, which is what we want, like that. And I've linked up the back ones just to show that they do work. So excuse me, not COVID. So yeah, and the other side does the same. So it all works. There's another one of them down there. So that's the indicators working. So what else got working is the start button works. Yep. Headlight now works along with the high beam light. So that works. So all the wiring's done for now. We'll check out the rest of it later, any bits that we need. Now I did make a whole 20-minute video of me fitting the carbs and the choke cable bracket, but unfortunately Lightworks had another idea when it came to uploading it, and for some reason the video came out black. So that's doing an error in their software, I think. So that's that. But yeah, so that's that bit done. Now we do have pod filters, cheap pod filters, nothing special, and the reason pod filters don't work is because of that lip in there usually, because what it does, it blocks off, as you can see it here very clearly, you might be able to, there's a vacuum there to do with the carburetors, and it blocks that off. But we will be using pod filters on the bike, so I did all the right size this time. Let's move the jump leads off the bike. Yep, so we will be using pod filters somehow. I'll work that out at a later date when it comes down to it. But yeah, I think the pod filters just suit the style of the bike. So let's see how that goes. So there are more parts coming. Got the brake lever coming, a chain guard, a little chain guide that goes on the other side, rear sprocket. I've still got to make the seat hoop and some various other bits. Once the bike's built, then we can strip it down and start modifying the frame and various other stuff. So next bits on the list are probably going to be fitting the brake lever and everything, and then see how it goes. So but hopefully this will give someone some advice for something. So anyway, camera don't want to shut off. That's nothing new. Right guys, hopefully that shed some light on things for you. Yeah, I'm going to call it a day there. See, I do smile. I am happy. But yeah, if you want to like and subscribe, that's entirely up to you. Yeah, my hair looks a mess. What little of it I've got. But anyway, if you want to like and subscribe, that's up to you. If you don't, yeah, that's up to you as well. Right, I shall see you later, guys. Try to make a few videos at the moment, so I can upload them every week, but see what happens. And we'll see how we do with this bike. Never know, might actually get something running. Might actually get something that's worth going on the road. Be a bloody miracle, but hey, see what happens. Take care, folks. See you soon.